Chairman Shreepati Group,
Ready.
courtesy India and all. Sir, kindly please tell us about your educational background, where you born and brought up.
I was born and brought up in Jhansi. I'm born in Jhansi and brought up in Mumbai only.
Okay.
I was born in 1959 and Jhansi being my birthplace. Then my daddy was working in Central Railway and he was a Central Railway employee, Central Government employee. So we shifted to Kalyan.
Okay.
And from Kalyan, 1969, I did my education up to 5th standard in Kalyan.
I see.
And then we shifted to Baikla.
Okay.
And from 60 onwards, 69 onwards, we were in Baikla up to 72. 72, we shifted to Dockyard, Vadibandar Road. Until 91, I was there in Vadibandar. By staying in Vadibandar, I completed my civil engineering from Vadibandar, from KJ Somaya College.
I see.
In 79.
Okay.
And then I started working as an engineer with a private contractor with a salary of 500 rupees.
Okay.
And then I started my construction in 1984 as a contractor. In 1987 I started as a developer.
Government contractor.
A MHADA contractor.
Okay.
And 1987 I started as a developer. And since 87 I have been working as a developer. And I have done many projects.
But what is your date of birth, sir?
20th March 1959.
Okay. Please tell us about your family business. As you told that.
My family was in central government employee. They are from a working class family.
Okay.
And all my brothers are from central government employee.
Okay.
My brother-in-law is also a central government employee.
I see.
But I had a passion to work as a businessman. So that passion made me to do all these things. And I have reached here with my passion only.
Please highlight the upcoming projects.
In Mumbai, I have many projects like we are the largest cluster developers. We have almost 10 cluster development projects in pipeline today.
Okay.
And since the policy of government was not very clear up to February 2015, because new CM after taking over the new government, he had granted a stay for the cluster policy which was implemented in 9th September 2014. All the old, in general stay was given by our CM. Now since the policy has been implemented now, we are in the process of processing all our cluster schemes.
Okay.
The best cluster scheme would be NMGC Mark, that is Shreepati Estate.
Okay.
It is located at Lower Parel. And the building what we consider will be the best iconic building in that area. That is a ground plus 72-story building.
Great. Okay.
And there are about 11 structures for rehabilitation. More than 1,000 tenants will be accommodated there.
Okay. Great.
And we have signed an agreement with POSCO, who is the largest construction company in the world, to carry out the construction for that particular project.
I see.
So the project is a dream project, and we look forward very soon to start with it.
So this POSCO you were talking, it's going to taking the place here in Mumbai or?
Here in Mumbai, POSCO, we are looking forward to constructing Shreepati Estate at Parel, Lower Parel.
Okay.
So they will be constructing the project on turnkey basis fully.
Any other project abroad, out of India, forthcoming?
We are also working on a project in Sri Lanka, which is the world best tower today. And it has a theme, it has a concept, and it is in the shape of the World Cup.
Okay.
So this is the first time where any theme and concept is included in the building construction project, where it becomes a sports tower, because that's why it is named as 96 Iconic Tower.
Great.
96 Iconic Tower means the World Cup was won by Sri Lankan players in 96.
Okay.
So Captain Arjuna Rantunga was the player and he won the World Cup.
Right.
So we are constructing tower.
He was the captain, I think.
Captain of the part of it. So we are constructing this tower in the memory of these World Cup players.
Okay.
And it's becoming a remarkable theme. And Sri Lankan government has given this project as a national stature.
Oh, I see.
And this is the first time any project has been declared as a strategic development project, where all the tax holidays have been given and government is monitoring personally. So this is one of the very warm welcome what we got in Sri Lanka.
Right.
Because we are getting an investment to Sri Lanka for more than $300 million.
Okay.
So as a foreign investor, whatever we could get a warm welcome, it was superb because they have a special cell, board of investment.
Right.
And as a board of investment, those people have taken care for all approvals. We have just got the board investment approval also from cabinet.
Right.
And UDA and all, they are all single window system.
Oh, good.
So as a foreign investor for $300 million, we were given a red carpet treatment in Sri Lanka. And the project is likely to be launched somewhere in mid of June or end of June.
Great. So it's a world tallest tower?
It's the world's best tower.
Best tower.
If somebody has to consider in looking for a tower, building constructed tower, then he will not forget to see Sri Lanka 96 Iconic Tower.
Right.
Whosoever may be in the world person, whether he is from the same field, same fraternity, same architecture fraternity, or any tourist visiting Sri Lanka, would first have to see 96 Iconic Tower. Okay. Then only he will feel that he has seen Sri Lanka. Otherwise he will repent that he has not seen Sri Lanka and will come back to see Sri Lanka again for seeing the 96 Iconic Tower.
Oh, great. Kindly elaborate on plans of the group over the next 5 to 7 years of the giants in commercial and residential real estate business in Mumbai.
As far as 5 to 7 years plans are there, we are on about 8 to 9 cluster projects are in pipeline.
Okay.
And all these projects are about a mega projects because all my plots are about 10,000 square meter and above. We are going to rehabilitate more than 10,000 tenants in the projects where about 50,000 people will be rehabilitated.
Okay.
So we have different projects right from South Bombay to North Bombay and West Bombay, South Bombay, everywhere.
Okay.
So we have spread over, practically we are doing 18 projects in the city now.
Right.
And they are all large projects in city.
Great. Please highlight the projects that your company has undertaken so far.
We have undertaken about 10 projects so far, but the best project has been Shreepati Arcade, which is a ground plus 45-story building.
Yeah. Well,
and where we have my residence, my office, everything. And this building was in the Limca Book of Record as the tallest structure for 7 years. And this was the first high-rise building to be constructed in Mumbai. Till that time, people had not thought about high-rise building. And we had visualized that the only remedy for Bombay redevelopment was high-rise building. So we took up the challenge and we completed it. Today, many others have come, but we were the pioneers initially to create the Shreepati Arcade.
Hats off. What CSR initiatives are being undertaken by your company?
In CSR, we are looking after our own community. I am a president for Chaturvedi Mahasabha, all India level. I was a president for Mumbai Chaturvedi Mathur Chaturvedi Sabha. And
how many members are there in that Mahasabha?
In Mahasabha there are about 50,000 people.
All India.
All India.
Okay.
And I have been a president for almost 2 years. And we have been taking various measures for improving the community part of it from the community angle. And as far as the society goes, we are into redevelopment schemes where we are handling about more than 10,000 tenants in the form of rehabilitation. The rehabilitation itself is the biggest CSR because rehabilitation of tenants, we are changing their social sector also. Because it is not only in CSR, generally what you do is you help the weaker section or you help the people who cannot afford things. But here we are changing the people's total economic scenario, social scenario, the living standards, the habilitation. So we are more into CSR right from inception. Today the word CSR has come, but we have been doing this CSR business right from inception, 87.
Great.
So today government has come out with a policy, yes, CSR has to be done. But rehabilitation of old tenants who are staying in 100 square feet today in a precarious condition itself is the biggest CSR for the country.
Exactly. The Prime Minister wants corporate to adopt an Adarsh Gaon and participate in the Swachh Bharat Yojana. Your comments on it, please.
Adarsh Gaon and Swachh Bharat Yojana, these are good philosophical things because ultimately what happens, where we are staying in a Mumbai city, It is the job of the corporation to maintain our city, municipal corporation. Only what we can adopt it, we ourselves personally, we can avoid making the city dirty. We can avoid throwing garbage, we can avoid spitting, we can canvass this part of it. No doubt after the Honorable Prime Minister has taken up this task, which is impossible, there is some improvement in the mindset of the people, where people have started realizing, yes, we have to take care of our city, we have to take care of the village. And that mindset is a good mindset. As far as the village adoption goes, I have been in Mathura and in Vrindavan also. So I have done various CSR facilities talking about part of it in Mathura. But adopting a village today is a difficult situation because there are various social factors which govern adoption. It is because there are various caste and religion factors which go against each other. I was planning to do some temple redevelopment in Palitana, where I had adopted that temple to be redeveloped. But it was a Brahmin community who were in the trust form, trustees. So partially they have started revolting it. So everywhere this problem is there. Adoption of village is not an easy task because various religious factors, social factors, political factors are governed by in the adoption factor part of it.
That should be...
That adoption should be basically from the government angle. Government should adopt it and hand it over to the corporates for maintenance and management.
Okay.
That would be very simple.
Right.
As a corporate culture, anybody going and adopting, nobody will accept your adoption there.
Exactly. According to Shreepati Group, according to you, the faces competition from which real estate giant with the Shreepati Group?
There is no competition amongst ourselves because Bombay is a vast city and about 20,000 buildings were to be redeveloped practically.
Right.
And past 30 years, hardly 2,000 buildings have been developed, 2,000 properties have been developed. So there is no competition issue. It's an ocean basically. Anybody wants with his capacity, he can come and do the redevelopment. So there is practically no competition amongst ourselves.
Okay. According to you, what is the key to a success business? What is the key factor?
Key factor is you have to work hard, keep on performing whatever may come, honestly. You have to maintain your integrity, you have to maintain your identity, and you have to maintain your straightforwardness.
Okay.
You don't be a coward in your business. Work like a lion, roar like a lion, and perform like a lion. But when it comes to reality, you act as a lion also. It is not that part of it. You become a coward while reality comes.
Okay. Is there any particular construction group that you admired or their business strategy that you would like to incorporate?
Basically, I have been always a leader. So, I like to be a leader in my part of the business.
Okay.
I don't follow anybody.
Okay.
I try to develop my own skills, own my passion, own my strategies. Because we have started from scratch, zero.
Right.
So there is no comparison with any other builder. Developer may be starting from some different levels of starting. Here when a person has started from zero, he has his own strategy, own skill, own management part of it. And that has to be unique because a person, to become a developer in Bombay with zero cost, zero money in pocket, itself is a challenge, biggest challenge.
Right. Very good. According to you, what new initiatives should be taken by the state and the central government to tackle problems of real estate?
The state government should be more proactive and more liberal in development, especially in redevelopment part of it. They should play a proactive role and they should liberalize the policy instead of making it more and more stringent. There may be some mad monkeys who must be playing dirty games. Agreed. They may be 1%, 2%. But why 98% should suffer for it? So basically, the persons who are good, they are doing it, and the persons those who are also good, they are doing it. But they are trying to make more buck by doing wrong things.
Right.
So there is a difference between the two. Agreed. But for that purpose, the redevelopment proactiveness should not be stopped. There is a reason earlier, about 5 years before, 10 years before, there were a lot of redevelopment scopes, a lot of redevelopment activities were going on. But past 5 years, the total redevelopment activity has come to a halt. So government should come out with some initiative policy, liberalized policy, and especially they should encourage cluster development. They should come out with a policy where they should remove all hiccups in cluster development. And they should target that any cluster should be approved in 60 days time. If it is not approved in 60 days time, the work should be allowed to be started by a developer. Principally, a person buying a property cannot wait for 5 years, 10 years. If he waits for 5 years, 10 years, the cost of the property goes up, cost of material goes up, and ultimately affordable become unaffordable. Both from the buyer's point of view, from the seller's point of view. And there are policy changes, uncertainty in the policy, which is the main thing which is killing today in the real estate sector. The uncertainty should be stopped. There should be a stability in the policy. The policy should be there for at least 10 years. There should not be change in policy every now and then. Each time change takes about 2 years time. So by the time you complete the project, any large project completion takes almost 10 years. So before you complete, there is a change in policy. If there is a change in policy twice in the term, in the midterm part of it, then the tenants who have been signed the agreement, they always feel this is a new policy coming, why don't we wait for it? So policy has to be there for at least 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and should be a stable policy. That should not be politicized. If some political party coming and saying tenant should be given this much, rehabilitation should be given this much. There should be a stable form of policy, which is then only the Bombay development can be done part of it. Number two, there should be a uniform DCR for Bombay. In 33 section, if you see, it is never ending process. It starts from 33.4, 33.5, 33.6, 33.24. 24 sections are there in 33 for development. So in 24 sections, the developer try to make the maximum out of it from any other section which he feels which is better for him. So this should be stopped. There should be a uniform policy for island city, especially for island city. And all the sections what are going on should be controlled by uniform section only.
Okay. And from the central government?
From the central government, from the environment point of view, for redevelopment, there should not be any hiccups. Because in redevelopment, environment is not required at all. In city, there are already buildings which are standing. By redevelopment, we are improvising the environment. Today, all the old structures what are standing are around zero open space, 1.5 meter space, 5 meter space, there are house gullies. The environment is very bad today in the existing scenario. When we are doing a redevelopment, there are maximum open spaces, green areas, new buildings are coming up, better drainage facilities provided, better water facilities provided, better electricity facilities provided, better firefighting is provided, open spaces for firefighting, ambulance movement, roads are created, DP road is created. So automatically the environment gets improvised. To have an environment clearance, which does not get for more than 6 years also sometimes, 6 months, 2 months, 4 months, every now and then there is a change of committee, change of term of reference. So environment clearance should be hacked out, removed for redevelopment. That is the biggest part of it. Number two is the central government aviation clearance issue. Aviation clearance issue is the biggest hiccup again, because wherever there are structures which have been constructed 300 meters, about 10 meters away, then I should be allowed to construct 300 meter high building without going for civil aviation clearance. For the same structure, the aviation clearance has been given for 300 meters. You go, you apply for a clearance, and you have to undergo that process. Unnecessarily, it takes about 6 to 8 months. So that should be removed. If any structure adjoining, any structure which is there 100 meters around or 500 meters around, if they are having a height of 300 meters, 400 meters, 500 meters or 200 meters, whatever the height is permissible. If one building is constructed, the same height should be permitted to others also, without going into the aviation clearance issue at all.
The Modi government's scheme in 2022, he wanted to construct 9 crores houses under the affordable housing scheme. What do you think? Whether they are going to achieve the goal?
It's a dream. It cannot be implemented, because for that you need a proactive approach, initiative. Lot of government efforts are required, lot of government initiatives are required. Past 12 months, Modi ji has been talking many things, but till now nothing has come at the ground reality. That will be practical. because people who are facing the ground reality, they are today at a begging stage. Any businessman, any industry house